What's up, Fantasy Champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now, with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network. Welcome to the My City, My Game pod show featuring Raider J77, your place for all things Raiders and all things Trailblazers. Brought to you by the Spotlight Sports Network. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Now let's go. What's good, Raider Nation? This your boy Raider J77. How's everybody doing tonight? Hey, man, I wanted to jump on here. I wanted to do a live stream, live video. I'm trying to keep you guys updated with all of the Raiders news as it's coming down the pipeline. I definitely want to make sure you guys are up to date with everything going on with the Raiders. So tonight, I wanted to jump on here, go live, and not only give you guys some news, but also get your guys' reactions to some of the stuff that's going on with the Raiders right now, specifically concerning trades. We are 6 days away from the trade deadline. And then that's it. No more. No more trades can be done for the remaining NFL season. 6 short days. And Twitter and Raider Nation is abuzz about what is John Gruden and Mike Mayock going to do about bringing in some more talent to this team before the trade deadline, because there are some guys out there. There's some guys left. So we'll talk about that a little bit later, as well as, like I said, we're going to get to some news, some injury news going on with the Raiders concerning practice today. Real quick, want to shout out Malo213. Yeah, let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I see Nate. Appreciate you, man, jumping into the chat. He says Gruden said he's changing the scheme and personnel. Yeah, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that a little bit. But real quick, I want to get to some injury news. So the injury report was released today, and it looks like we have got so far on there for Wednesday today: Malik Collins, Brian Edwards, Rodney Hudson, Josh Jacobs, Arden Key, Dalen Leavitt, Colton Miller, Trayvon Mullen, Carl Nassib, Keyshawn Nixon, and Sam Young. And I know that sounds really, really bad, but not all of these are all that bad. Collins is out. He was just limited today at practice with a shoulder. Edwards was limited today, which is good news, and I'll talk about that a little bit here in a minute, with his foot and ankle. Rodney Hudson he did not participate, but it was non-injury related. Could be anything. Jacobs was limited with a knee. Of course, running backs are always banged up, so don't even trip too much. Let's see. We got Arden Key. He did not participate with an issue with his foot. Leavitt had an ankle issue, so he was limited. Colton Miller had a shoulder, but he was a full participant. Same thing with Mullen, shoulder, forearm, full participant. Nassib obviously, hurt his toe, I believe in the Kansas City game, if I'm not mistaken. So he was limited in practice. Nixon has a groin issue. We saw that in the game against Tampa Bay, so he was limited. And then, of course, Sam Young, our tackle, he was limited with a knee issue. So not too terrible. As a matter of fact, in addition to that, let me get to the chat real quick before I move on. Bial, shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. It says hopefully defense is working on keeping their shoulder lower, coming off the line for more pressure like Mac. Absolutely. My guy Butcher's Block and Patriots Talk. What's up, man? What's up? He says, what's up, Jay? What's up to you, man? None but love, bro. Jason Marshall hinted to no big splash trade on certain big names. Do see us making a move on defense. I'm going to, like I said, I want to get to that. We're going to really, really dig into that and get you guys' feedback coming up. And then Bial says, tired of seeing hands tied up going nowhere. Absolutely, man. I'm so tired of seeing this defense get embarrassed week after week. But moving on to a little bit more player personnel news. So a couple of Raiders updates. This is from Vincent Bonsignore. That's my guy, man. I'm hoping to get him on the show someday. I really, really like his takes. I listened to him on another podcast, and you know, the guy works there right there in Vegas, on the local radio station. So I really hope to get him on someday. But he says on Twitter, a couple of Raiders updates. Offensive tackle Trent Brown on target to return to the Raiders on Friday. Wide receiver Brian Edwards will practice today, so he was limited, as we talked about a minute ago. A big day for Edwards in terms of availability for Sunday. So this is good news, man. We need to get our guys back on the field and healthy, because if we do that, we are a playoff team, point blank. Even with our defensive woes, we get all our guys healthy. We make improvements that we need to make on defense. We are a playoff team, period. And then he also has to say in another tweet, FYI on Raiders, Richie Incognito and Damon Arnett, based on new injured reserve rules, players are eligible to come back after 3 weeks. Both are eligible to return. As of today, though, that has not happened for either. I did hear, though, that that John Gruden felt like Damon Arnett was about a week away from returning, so he probably will not play this Sunday, but the following Sunday, it sounds like he's most likely going to be back available, which is huge for our defense. Real quick, want to check into the chat here. Bial, oh yeah, never mind. Bial said tired of seeing hands tied up, going nowhere. So we're all up to date on the chat. So again, I appreciate you guys being here. Hey, if you have not already, this is the My City, My Game pod show. I'm also broadcasting on the Spotlight Sports Network. If you have not already, jump in and subscribe. Jump in with both feet. I'm here to give you all the news of all things Raiders. I also cover Trailblazers. I also do a little bit of all the NFL. So if you haven't already, make sure that you like, subscribe, share. Make sure you share this channel, these videos with your friends and family, all of Raider Nation. Guys, I want to get to 100 subscribers. I get to 100 subscribers, I'm gonna bless you guys by doing the one chip challenge. It's the hottest chip in the world, and I'm gonna do that live right here on the My City, My Game pod show. Stream it live for you, so you guys get a live reaction to me making a fool out of myself and eating something really, really hot. So the goal is to get to 100 subscribers. I'm about 26 away from, or 28 away from that, I believe. No, I've got 82 subscribers now. So let me do some math real quick. That's going to be 18. I'm 18 away from 100. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe, and share the Spotlight Sports Network as well, that YouTube channel. Also, hey, I've got some really, really cool news real quick. Something that we're going to be doing, another wrinkle we're going to be adding to this show that I think is really cool, is I have set up to be able to take your guys' voicemails as well as text messages via Google Voice. And I also set up an email. What I want to start doing is having you guys call in, and I want to put your guys' phone calls on the show. We'll talk about it. Talk about your phone calls. If you just want to call and vent about something that happened in the game, if you've got a hot take on something, you want to give your analysis or your whatever the case may be, your comments, concerns, all that good stuff, you can email me, or you can call the voice line, the voice and message line, and that number is down in the description, but I'm going to give it to you live. So the number I put down in the description, as well as I put the email down in there, but that number is 503-765-6807. That's the My City, My Game voice line. So make sure you call, leave a voicemail, leave a text message. You can also text message that number, and that's going to come to me via my email. Or if you feel like sending an email, you want to get in there and you want to, tickle the keys a little bit, and that makes you feel more comfortable, send me an email, man. Give me your feedback. I want to hear from you guys and get you guys involved in being part of the show. BL, thumbs up to you. BL, you on Facebook? Yes, I am. The Facebook is My City, My Game. I also stream live on Facebook. But if you prefer YouTube, definitely do the YouTube thing, because YouTube actually is a little bit better than Facebook, in my opinion. So, Jason Marshall already spread the word. Thumbs up to you, bro. BL F-bomb. I don't know if I don't think I put an F-bomb in there, but hey, maybe I did. I don't know. Or maybe that means something else, but that's how I'm taking it. Anyhow, so I appreciate you guys, man. Hit me up on the voicemail line. Send me a text message or send me an email. All right, moving on. So now that we got the injury update out of the way, that sort of stuff, I want to talk about this whole idea of the trade. So here's where we're at. 6 days away from the trade deadline. Now, there are a couple of guys who the nation was really hoping that Gruden and Mayock would bring in. Well, not everybody, but some people. Defensive end Carlos Dunlap has been traded. He was traded to the Seahawks. He is now a Seahawk. So he will not be coming to the Raider Nation as many were hoping. In addition to that, as far as defense is concerned, because that's what we're going to talk about defensive trades. As far as defensive end Everson Griffin from the Cowboys, he was also traded to the Lions. So he is now a Detroit Lion. He will not be part of Raider Nation. Now, let me go to the chat here real quick. Calling into vent. Absolutely. No F-bombs, though. Yes. Biao, no F-bombs. Try to keep it. I don't really know how to bleep those out as of yet, so I'm going to work on that. But yeah, from now, as of right now, if you could keep the language, no F-bombs, that would be great. Let's see. Are you going live with Spotlight Raiders Talk? Yes. Well, right now, no. Right now, this is just streamed live on my channel, as well as the Spotlight Sports Network channel. So the Spotlight Raiders Talk is what I do with Darian. I do that, we do other different shows. Anyhow, so we do have a couple of defensive ends that some people in Raider Nation were hoping we'd bring in to bolster this defense. That's not going to happen. Obviously, there are a lot of guys still left, that the Raiders could bring in to bolster the defense. But as of right now, with 6 days left in the trade deadline, we have got crickets. Raider Nation, John Gruden and Mike Mayock have not done a single thing yet when it comes to the trade deadline. Now, why is that? That's an interesting question. Why is that? So John Gruden was actually asked about it in an interview earlier today, and I'm just going to play the audio. There's no video, but just the audio. This is what. Hold on, if I can bring it up here. Hopefully, it didn't kick me out. That looks like it kicked me out. So I guess I won't have the audio for you, but I can tell you what John Gruden said. In a nutshell, John Gruden said, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but what we're going to do is we're going to develop our players. In addition to that, John Gruden said in a press conference on Monday, when asked about, essentially defensive personnel changes and that sort of thing, player changes to correct what's going on. And he quoted actually saying, yeah, there's a lot of people talking about, are we making changes? Are we going to bring in new coaches, new players? We are where we are. We're 3-3. We played some really good offenses. Just so you know, Tom Brady's a problem, et cetera, et cetera. He said, we're going to make some changes in the lineup, possibly on the scheme that we use, and we're hoping that we change the results that we're getting. So it sounds like, here's my hot take for trade rumors when it comes to the defense, and it's not offense, just on the defense and the Raiders. It's not gonna happen. That's my hot take. We're not going to trade for any defensive players. Are we going to sign some free agents? That's a possibility. But when it comes to trades, absolutely not. John Gruden said, he's seen some of the trades that are going down and some of the things that are being asked. He didn't get into it too much, but he said it's way, way too much. He said that the trades were kind of crazy. They were kind of out there. So they're not looking to spend. They're not looking to be big buyers when it comes to bringing in people, bringing in players on the defense, possibly the offense, but I don't even think that. I honestly, here's what I think. Based on what John Gruden has said and the type of GM that Mike Mayock has proven to be, they're not going to go out of their way to spend huge right now. I think they've done that in the past, and it's bit them in the butt. They've been burnt. So I definitely think that they are calming down when it comes to giving up a whole bunch of trade capital to bring guys in. I think they really want to develop the guys that they have. They want to put their trust and their faith behind the guys that they have. not just to save face, but I think that really that sends a big message when it comes to the players. You know, these guys, being a coach and a GM, you have to be a leader of men as well. And if they're not buying into you and they don't think that you have belief in them and faith in them, they're not going to do well, period. Real quick, going to the chat. He said, Jason Marshall says, I'm sure Mayock is calling around, but needs to keep it smart. Absolutely. I totally agree. I don't think that it's not outside of the realm of possibility. And John Gruden's even said this. It's not outside the realm of possibility, but it's definitely not likely. Is essentially the message I'm getting from him. Jason Marshall also said, so trade for offense, LOL. Yeah. And see, that's the thing is I don't really think we need a lot on offense. You know, if we get Julio Jones for an amazing, deal, pull the trigger, if it doesn't cost us a lot. But what do we really need on offense? I mean, our offense, when healthy and everybody, available, we are a top tier offense. Bial says, sorry about that. Bial says, sure, he's looking for long-term production instead of giving money away for trash. Absolutely. And look how many times, look how many players that have been brought in that have just not been, they've given up, big capital for. I mean, look at the whole AB debacle. We lost a 3rd and a 5th round pick. Look at the situation with some of the free agents that we brought in and them not playing up to par. We bring in, we give up draft capital for guys like, Zay Jones and stuff like that. And we're looking to get something out of them. Why do that? Why not develop the guys that we have already, especially on offense and even on defense, we don't have a depleted roster when it comes to defense. Do we need a lockdown, crazy, awesome, linebacker? Absolutely, positively, without a doubt. But that's not something that, one, is really available right now, and two, that the Raiders are going to be really willing to give up. Why not wait, until the draft and draft somebody? I wish we would have drafted somebody this season, but why not wait and draft somebody in the draft next season? Bial says, we have the personnel, it's technique that needs improvement. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more. We definitely need to improve our scheme. We need to improve our technique. We need to improve, what it is we're doing to disguise, our offense and where we're putting our guys, what position they're playing. Are we really utilizing the talent that we have? And I think that is what they're going to do now, is they're going to say, okay, how John Gruden is sitting back saying, how can we utilize the talent that we have on this roster right now to the best of our ability, because we haven't been doing it. It's not about going out and bringing in somebody, bringing in more talent, because we have it. We're not even using the talent that we have. And that's really how I feel that John Gruden and Mike Mayock are thinking right now. I don't think it's going to happen, guys. I'm sorry to say, Raider Nation, I don't think we're going to be doing a big trade, bringing in a big name like Quinnen Williams or something like that. I just don't see that happening. Fierce Raider, shout out to you. Appreciate you, man. Honestly, I don't want to trade for any defensive player till these coaches get together and do something about Gunther's scheme, because it's obviously not working. Absolutely. Again, I couldn't agree more. Why go waste trade capital and money on bringing in a guy, trading for a guy, and having to pay him money for what? Just so he can not perform like all of the other free agents and trades and things like that we brought in? I mean, that's honest to God, man. Fierce Raider also said, I wouldn't mind getting John Ross from Bengals, though. More speed couldn't hurt. Yeah, definitely. Obviously they're going to be looking for the opportunity to improve at any position. Just what are you willing to pay? What is the desperation level? And I don't feel like the desperation level is that of a Jets organization or a Bengals organization or a Cowboys organization. I don't feel like that's the case here. Jason Marshall, do we put out same defense as we did against Kansas City with Baker style, Kia spy? I think so. I like what we did against Kansas City, specifically in that second half. Not necessarily in that first half, but specifically in that second half. I really, 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 really liked the scheme and what was going on. Obviously, we did a really good job of containing Patrick Mahomes. We sacked him 3 times in that game. I mean, there was definitely guys were playing a lot better. And there's a lot more things. Yeah, I'd like to see Joyner move back to the safety position. He does so much better there than he does anywhere else. So move him back there, make some other adjustments. But, yeah, definitely liked what I saw against Kansas City. Julio Jones is going to want too much money. Yeah, and that's the other thing, too. It's not just about the trade, what the draft capital is. It's about how much money are we going to have to pay these players? What is that going to do to the salary cap? The idea is, because some of these guys are going to have to start we're going to have to start redoing or doing some contracts on some of these guys that have been there for a little bit. What are they going to be asking for? So there's a lot that goes into this, and I really just don't feel like it's something that's going to happen as of right now. I don't even really see it like, even if the Julio Jones trade was a really good deal, I mean, it would have to be really, really sweet. And I don't know, they'd have to go sit with Derek Carr and ask him to restructure his contract. And, I'm not really sure, but it's definitely would be a lot of work. 3-4 defense, says Malo 213. Absolutely. I'm down with the 3-4 defense. Like Gruden said, if we're going to rush 4, we got to get to the passer. We can't be rushing 4 guys and not even sniffing the quarterback. That's just unacceptable. Biao says scheme looking okay. It's the technique on D-line to get pressure. That's a possibility. We'll see what happens. I really feel like, the 4-3 can work. And I talked about it in a previous video when I was talking about Paul Gunther's 4-3 scheme. It's definitely something that can work. Being able to have your strong safety moving between the safety position and the linebacker position, it definitely absolutely can work. In this West Coast offense, or not West Coast offense, but in the AFC West, it's absolutely a good thing. But whether or not the technique is there, the stunts are there, all that kind of stuff, that remains to be seen, because they're seeing it coming before offenses are seeing it, and they're taking advantage of it. So Biao says 4-3 thumbs up. Absolutely. So moving on. I absolutely positively do not think that that John Gruden and Mike Mayock are going to make any big trades. Like I said, it's just not going to happen. Risky Production says, should we trade for Brian Poole maybe for a second? Brian Poole, hold on. Let me take a look here real quick, because I never try to speak until I've done some due diligence and checking out a player real quick. Brian Poole, he's a cornerback. So we did just sign, and they didn't really move the needle. We did just sign a cornerback who was a free agent. He was released by Seattle. He was the guy that snuck his girlfriend or some girl into the hotel, disguised her as a player in some Seahawks stuff during the COVID thing, and he got into a lot of trouble. Anyway, Seattle released him. We signed him. I think he went to Oklahoma State. So they definitely may be looking to bring in another piece. But that's the thing, is Arnett's going to be coming back here, and Damon Arnett was playing some good football before he went down. So I don't know. Maybe for a second. Let me take a look here real quick. Let's see, 10-25 versus Buffalo. So this is a Jets cornerback. He had five tackles, no sacks. Hold on real quick while I'm looking this up. I'm going to bring some more chat up. David Irving making an early presence will spark this defense alive. I absolutely agree. Risky Production says how FR. Not sure what that means, but give me a little bit of clarity on that, Risky. Harris needs to go. Absolutely agree. We should definitely switch to 3-4 defense, because against Kansas City, we only rushed Mahomes with 3 linemen, from the practice squad, and got way more pressure on Mahomes than we ever did in a 4-3. It makes sense. Absolutely. I 100% agree. Like I said, what we did against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs was a thing of beauty in that second half defensively. Silverend is a dog. Exactly. That is who I was talking about from Seattle. Silverend. I always want to call him Silverland. Good player to groom, no doubt. Yeah, he didn't have so that's the thing is he didn't play. I looked at his college career. He didn't play a ton of games in college. So he didn't have a whole lot of for me to really like look into, and he didn't have much of a college resume. Obviously, he didn't play a snap in Seattle, so there wasn't a whole lot for me to glean off of. But he definitely looks, like he could be a solid player, a guy that could be groomed if he can stay out of trouble. Absolutely. Let's see. JDog 209. Malik Collins ain't no David Irving. He's not a reject from a team. He's guy just stopped playing. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. We have the talent. We just have to be able to get them to play well. And I think that really goes back to scheme and that sort of stuff. So yeah, he's got a couple of interceptions on the season. This guy Brian Poole's got a couple of interceptions on the season. So for the season, he's got 38 combined tackles, 6 assists. So he's got quite a few solo tackles. Yeah, he's got a couple of interceptions. I don't know. Maybe for a second, maybe a third. Again, it would have to be a sweet deal, to be bringing in guys, in trade. It would have to be a really, really sweet, sweet deal. And then again, it goes back to contracts. So I definitely think that he would be, maybe a little bit higher on the list. He does have a sack on the season right now. So, which is more than a lot of our guys on our defensive line have. So yeah, definitely, I would definitely, kick the tires on him for sure. Because let's see, because the Jets are wasting his talent. Yeah. Irving, another one who has a difficult time getting his shoulders lower. Yeah. Hopefully, like I said, they've got to play. The players have to play well. We just have to put them in the right position to play well. He's 6'7", can disrupt the passer and reach further than a regular D lineman. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, could you imagine the Condor Max Crosby coming at you at the same time as David Irving coming at you, and just the wingspan and the hands on these guys? I mean, these are big dudes with long arms, huge wingspans. These guys would be very, very disruptive. Coming at you, especially on the same side. Could you imagine that? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Double team Max Crosby and then have to deal with David Irving right next to him. That big man coming at you with that wingspan. I like it. Give me some of that. Risky says agreed. I think that you were saying you agreed to maybe what J-Dog had to say, possibly. Jason Marshall, that's true. Be out. Hopefully that arm wingspan will make it up. Absolutely. J-Dog 209, he's built big, not a fat guy. J-Dog, yep, he's got a motor. A lot like Max Crosby. I'm so excited to see him and Max Crosby on the same line at the same time. Whew. Throw some friggin' Mo Hurst in there. That's a recipe for a stout defensive line. Hey, what's up? Clayton's Awesome Videos. What's up, man? Good to see you, man. Good to have you in the chat. Good to have you here live. I appreciate you. Hello to you too. He also says, hi, Butcher's Block. Risky, all NFL needed preseason. Yes, they did. Missing the preseason, that was huge, man. That was a huge hit for us, is not having the preseason with the injuries. I mean, you saw, the 49ers, what they lose, eight guys in one game on injury. It's a disaster. Baker have towers to throw over. Absolutely, he will. I'm hoping to see David Irving this week. I see Nate. David Irving's wingspan will help a lot, especially in the passing game, but he has bat down plenty of balls. Absolutely. BL, I'm ready to see Muse take Littleton spot, big wingspan with ability to get down. Malik Collins is one of the worst defensive tackles I've seen for this team. Collins gets pushed out of the play every down. We could probably just trade Collins and a pick for someone else. Yeah, that's a possibility. Again, John Gruden is not saying anything. They're always looking to improve the defense. It's just a matter of whether or not the trade deal is right and the paycheck. Those are things that have to be taken into consideration. But again, I'm going to say this. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't see it happening, guys. I really, really don't see it happening. The way that John Gruden is talking, unless he's trying to blow smoke and do like a smoke and mirrors type deal, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain kind of a thing. I really don't see him going out, him and Mayock going out and doing something. I think they really want to develop the guys they have. I think they know the talent that they have. They've done a good job of drafting and signing talent to this team. It's just a matter of executing and getting the production out of the talent that we have. Jason Marshall says Collins equals PJ Hall. Hopefully not. Hopefully we see something different. I'm not going to give up. I'm not giving up on Collins just yet, guys. I'm not ready to throw in the towel on Collins just yet. I want to see what changes we make on defense. I want to see what John Gruden does to make the changes on defense before I'm ready to start throwing in the towel on guys, except for Eric Harris, because we all know Eric Harris. It doesn't matter what you do with him. The guy just stinks it up. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of Eric Harris, the man. I'm not a fan of Eric Harris, the free safety. I'm sorry. I'm just not. I'm not. I think Eric Harris is a great guy. He's got a beautiful family, great story, but the guy is a rotational player. So we need to make him a rotational player again. Risky says 7-2 the rest of our schedule. Dude, if I'm telling you like this, guys, if we are healthy and we have all of our guys playing, and we can make these adjustments on defense. We don't have to have a stellar defense. We could have a mediocre defense with this type of offense that we run and how good our players are on offense. We could have a mediocre defense and we could be a playoff team. We make the changes that I'm hoping we make and the improvements that we make to this defense can fight for a Super Bowl. I'm telling you, guys. I'm telling you, the talent is there. You can see it. It makes sense. It's just a matter of getting it to happen. It's just a matter of putting guys in the position to win games. And we know that if the defense isn't playing better, the defense isn't playing at least mediocre, there's no way this offense is going to do anything. Don't know why it's like that. That just seems to be the way the team is. Anytime the defense struggles, the offense seems to struggle. Anytime the defense is decent, a mediocre, a C average, the offense it's amazing. If we can – that's all we have to do. But when the defense stinks it up, it's a bad day for everybody. To get to the chat here, JDog209, Richard for Q Williams, would you? I'd take that. Straight across, I'd take that. Absolutely. If Richard didn't have the dropsies like he has, I'd say no, but I'll take that. Absolutely. Risky also says, hope we play the Packers next year. It would be an amazing game. Absolutely. Dude, it would totally be an amazing game. I'd love to see us play Aaron Rodgers. I'm excited about that. Fierce Raider 88. Collins looks worse than PJ Hall at this point. I'm not going to argue with that, man. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I'm just not. I'm not going to say you're wrong. Absolutely not. Icy Nate, I think the reason Gunther has a complicated scheme is because not only does he play a 4-3 defense, he also plays a 46, 5-2, 6-4, 4-2 press, and 3-4 bear defenses. Yeah, his defensive scheme is just crazy. I don't know if you watched the video I did on Paul Gunther. I broke down Paul Gunther's scheme. It takes a lot to teach. It takes a long time to teach it. It takes a long time for guys to pick it up. So yeah, it's extremely, extremely technical. It may be too technical. It may be too difficult. Again, maybe that's part of what they need to change. Maybe they need to dumb it down a little bit and make it a little bit more simplistic, and that'll allow them to be able to start doing more stunts and disguises and things of that nature. Fierce Raider 88. I hope Collins turns it around, but he is looking very bad. Don't disagree with that. BL, our offense should be better at getting our defense better, collective effort. Yeah, that's the other thing too. I did another video some time back where as a matter of fact, I think I was when I was on the Spotlight Raiders talk with Darian, and I said, like, everybody's going in on the defense and going in on the defense and going in on the defense, and I'm like, well, where's the offense? The offense has to play better. The offense has got to be able to pick it up when the defense is struggling, and vice versa. Defense pick it up when the offense is struggling. That's called a team. You know, not everybody's going to be great at the same time, guys. Sometimes you're going to have guys that are tired, and you're going to have to pick up the slack. And that's one of the things that frustrates me about, you know, guys like Derek Carr and other guys, you know, on the team is, where is that guy that's ready to put the team on their back when everybody is struggling and do like what Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes will do and win the game. And that's what we need to see. This offense needs to be able to step up when the defense is struggling. Absolutely. Jason Marshall, Lamar Houston would be nice to have right now, but he's still balling out at a high level. Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think they're going to let him go. Hey, what's up, Sunjoku? Sunjoku, man, I appreciate you, man. Y'all sub his channel. This is a good show. So happy the nation is here. Absolutely, man. Hey, I appreciate you. Sunjoku is one of my first subscribers. You know, he's been with me since the very, very beginning. As long as that has been, it's not been very long, actually. I just got started doing this, you know, so Sunjoku, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, definitely make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers I get, the more I can bring you guys content, because I do right now. I do this because I love it. I do this because I love talking Raiders. I love talking football. I love talking it with Raider Nation, man. You guys are family. We're more than just a fan base. We're a family. Like, you know, I can see somebody in the store just wearing a Raiders hat, and it's like I know them, you know, and vice versa. Like, we're a brotherhood and a sisterhood. And I do this because I love talking Raiders with you guys. I want to get, you know, to bring you guys as much insight to the team as possible. You know, I'm not a coach, you know, or anything like that. I know what I know. I know enough to be dangerous. So, and if I don't know it, I'm going to figure it out and search it out. So I appreciate you guys. The more subscribers that I can get, the more that I could justify, you know, to my wife, who says, well, you know, sometimes, why are you putting so much into this? It's because I want to be able to have a great channel, to bring you guys great content. And to do that, I need subscribers. So please, if you like what you're seeing, if you like this show, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. I appreciate you. And then the content will come. You will have it. Risky production. I feel like the NFL didn't want Abram to play because he can hurt Brady. It's a possibility. I'm not going to say you're wrong on that. That is a very, very good, big possibility. You know, that man, Abram is a bad man. You know, he's a hard hitter. So most definitely, Sunjoku, pass rush will make the defense look better. Oh, it absolutely will. It all starts with the pass rush. If you got no pass rush, especially in the AFC West, what do you got? I mean, yeah, you know, you got Patrick Mahomes. Now look at Justin Herbert. Look at what Justin Herbert's doing. Justin Herbert is slinging the rock. I'm from Portland, Oregon. So he's an Oregon guy. I know about this man. This is a bad man. We got to pay attention to what's going on in the AFC West. If we ain't got no pass rush in the AFC West or the NFL in general, what do you got? This is a passing league. You got to be able to rush the passer. It all starts there. Alexis Cortez says, hey, what's up, Alexis? I appreciate you. Yo, SMIG. I don't think I've ever, I don't remember ever, I haven't seen you yet. So I appreciate if you are brand new, just jumping in, checking this out. I appreciate you. Oh, hey, how about you read, Raider J? Come on. It says new sub, fire, fire, fire. I appreciate you. Sorry, I didn't even read your tweet before I started talking. Look at me. Alexis Cortez, what's up? What's up? Do you think we are making it to the playoffs? I absolutely, positively think that we have the potential to make it to the playoffs. I'm going to put it to you like this. I am a Raiders fan. I'm a football fan, and I'm a Raiders fan. Being a Raiders fan, I will never, ever, ever, ever doubt this team. I will always have faith in this team. I will always have faith in the guys that are running this team. I will always have faith in our coaches, our coaching staff. I will always have faith in our players. Because that's what a fan should be. It's called a fanatic. Fan is short for fanatic. And I'm a fanatic of this team, which means I have blind loyalty and blind faith in this team. So I always believe that they're going to make the playoffs and win the Super Bowl. I go into that every year. Am I disappointed most of the time? Recently, over the last 18 years, absolutely disappointed. Um, but I always assume that they're going to make it. Now, when I look at the X's and O's and I look at the, everything like that, then, obviously that's a different story. But just looking at this team, even as a fan, looking at the talent that we have on this team, we absolutely positively have the potential to make the playoffs. And I really feel like we are going to do it. Our strength of schedule the remaining season is really good. It's not a super hard schedule. We make those changes on defense. Our offense continues to gel. We get pieces back on the field. Damon Arnett, Richie Incognito. More. Let's see Trent Brown more. I need Trent Brown on the field. Brian Edwards, I need him on the field. Get these guys back on the field. Get our guys back to full strength. This is a playoff team. Absolutely. The Gridiron Blitz. Hey, what's up, Gridiron Blitz? I appreciate you, man. It'll pay off, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. I know it will. I'm going to keep grinding. I'm going to keep bringing the content for you guys, for Raider Nation and NFL fans in general. And absolutely, I know it will pay off. I appreciate you, man. BL wanting to see more low shoulder drive on defense because every offense is getting standing up. Yeah, absolutely. Now, I will say this. In the last game, our run defense looked so much better. Our run defense did really, really well. I think we held them to like something like 80 yards or something like that running. So we definitely have improved in that aspect. But yes, tackling has to improve. Wrap up. Stop trying to be cute with it and take everybody's heads off and just wrap the guy up, make a technical tackle, get him to the ground. We don't always have to be the autumn wind. The autumn wind is necessary sometimes, but it's not necessary all the time. We need to make sure we're tackling and wrapping guys up and getting low for sure. Alexis Cortez, you from Vegas, bros? I personally am not. I'm a Northwesterner. I'm up in the Pacific Northwest out of Portland, Oregon, which is why you see the side the Trailblazers right there, because I do cover the Portland Trailblazers. So yes, I am from Portland, Oregon. I don't know about the rest of the folks, but the Gridiron Blitz says, bro, put your channel link in the chat so I can sub. Oh yeah, absolutely. Most definitely. Let me do that, my friend. Give me just a quick second. I'm about to throw that in here for you. There we go. All right. Now I am back. I'm going to put this in the chat here for you. Now that should be it. If it doesn't work, just let me know. All right. Let's see where we're at now. Take a few. So if anybody has questions, anything you guys want me to talk about, definitely throw that in the chat real quick, and then we'll be wrapping it up here pretty soon. I definitely, again, appreciate you guys coming out, showing me some love. We got 14 people viewing right now. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you have not yet subscribed, definitely subscribe, like, share it with your friends and family, share it with the nation. I appreciate you. Check me out on Twitter, Raider_J77. It's right there at the bottom. Also on Facebook, My City My Game. Give me a like on My City My Game and a follow on Twitter. I'll follow you back. And I always have information coming via those sources. More Twitter than Facebook, to be honest with you. But hit me up on both, definitely. And if you tweet me, if you shout out, I'll definitely get back to you. Jason Marshall says, get Ingle the ball 5 to 8 times a game. I could not agree with you more, bro. Most definitely. We need to get Ingle the ball. I absolutely love this man. Sign me up. I am on the Ingle bandwagon. This guy, I watched this man, this fullback, take a 15-yard pass. It was a thing of beauty. It reminded me of Marcel Reese. And any Raiders fan is a fan of Marcel Reese. Absolutely 100%. Key in the building. What's up, Key in the building? Yes, you are in the building. That's a fancy new logo. I like that. It looks really good, man. I appreciate you. What's up? What's up? Yeah, so most definitely, let's see who else we got up in here. Malo 213 says repping East LA. I appreciate you, man. I love LA. That's one of my favorite places. I actually lived there for a little bit. Well, technically it wasn't LA. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was San Bernardino, but then I did live in LA, but just only for maybe a month. So I can't even really say that I was there. But yeah, I love Southern California, love LA, love going there to visit all the time. Alexis Cortez, how do you feel about Ruggs? Oh, I feel great about Ruggs. So a lot of people were like, in Raider Nation, were freaking out about the fact, why isn't Ruggs getting more touches? Why aren't they throwing him the ball more? And the reason being is that there are some, John Gruden said this in an interview, there were some times where he was one-on-one, but he was covered. He was covered really well, and obviously credit to Tampa Bay's corners. He was covered really well. So, he's still a young player. He's not going to come out and burn it up, right away. He's going to take some time from develop. He's going to start getting a lot better at winning those one-on-one coverages. So most definitely love Ruggs. I love his speed. Love the fact that he can stretch the field. I mean, the guy is awesome. You can see the difference. You can totally see the difference between him on the field and off the field. You look at games where he was out versus games where he was in, and it really does make a difference. Now, obviously, other than the Tampa Bay game, but again, that was a different defense, and everybody was struggling that day. So I'm super excited about Ruggs. I think he's gonna be a great player for years to come. Bial says a few Raider fans here in Iowa. Absolutely, shout out to Iowa. The Gridiron Blitz, number 83, baby. Absolutely. Hey, Gridiron Blitz, man. I heard that that you got what's his name over to the Lions that you were wanting to get. Let me pull that up. Hold on. I just had it here. Looks like you got your guy from the Cowboys, Everson Griffin. I heard you got Everson Griffin. We were just talking about that a little bit ago. So shout out to you, man, at Everson Griffin. I heard that was a guy that you were really wanting to bring in. Gridiron Blitz says, I'll get the team to do it as well. Absolutely, man. Definitely appreciate you. Get them to like, subscribe. Like I said, when I get to 100 subscribers, which is my goal, my first goal to get to 100 subscribers, I am going to do the one chip challenge, which is supposedly the hottest chip in the world from some brand name. I can't remember, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna cast it live right here, stream it live right here. Brian Jones would be nice. Yeah, most definitely. I mean, to be honest with you guys, great players would be nice. Talent is always nice. Always looking to improve. I just really think that we need to, and the mindset that John Gruden and them have is they're going to continue to develop who we got. Sunjoku, I want to see more Isaiah Johnson. Yeah, I definitely like to see more Isaiah Johnson. Absolutely, 100%. Key in the building says thank you. You are very welcome. I think she's talking about the logo that which way? I'm backwards. The logo there, Key in the building, that I designed for her. So yeah, I design all of my own logos and all of my own stuff, and then I do some stuff for the team here at the Spotlight Sports Network as well. So I appreciate you. I see Nate, same. He has the size and speed. Risky says I miss Darren McFadden. I can agree with you. I see Nate, but I feel Isaiah Johnson can play free safety. It's a possibility. Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I mean, obviously, we don't see what the coaches are seeing on the field every day in practice. I wish we were, but yeah, I mean, anything will do at this point. Let's switch it up. Let's try some new stuff and see what happens. I want him in nickel. Sunjoku says, Jason Marshall, have Johnson roam around with his length, both cornerback and safety. I can dig that. Paul, don't trust him. I don't trust Paul at this point. I mean, come on, let's be honest. Paul Guenther has got no business saying who he does or doesn't trust. This guy, come on. I'm not talking to you, Sanjo. I'm saying Paul Guenther. Come on, man. Paul won't listen to the nation's insight. No, he will not. Sunjoku. Sunjoku says, dude, you'll blow by 100 subs. I hope so, man. That's the goal. That is absolutely the goal. And then Jason Marshall says 2 years from now, Jay will know who his OGs are in the subs. Oh, most definitely, man. Shout out to you, Jason. I know you've been here since the beginning as well. And then Gina also Brooks says, what's going on? Hey, what's up, Gina? I believe I've seen you in the chat when we were doing some of the World Series stuff. So over on the network. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for jumping in. Make sure again, guys, if you have not already, like, subscribe to the channel, My City, My Game, as well as the Spotlight Sports Network channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm gonna take a few more questions, and then I got some dinner waiting for me because it's still early here on the West Coast. It's only 9:50, so I'm gonna take a few more questions, a few more comments, and then we're gonna call it a night. But again, I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you email me, hit me up on the My City, My Game voicemail line. It's the number is down in the description as well as the email. We'll get you guys' calls on the show and emails as well. Mallow213, where did you get that hat? I actually got this hat from a little swap meet in the city here called Top to Bottom. I don't think they're everywhere. I'm pretty sure they're just local here. I could be wrong, but little swap meet called Top to Bottom is where I picked this up at here in the city of Portland. Risky says Lynn Bowden Jr., we miss him. LOL. That's all I'm going to say about that. Icy Nate says Paul is also the one that made the decision to take Harris over Randall. Yeah, I absolutely positively feel like that was the situation. I feel like they were leaving a lot up to Paul Guenther. I feel like that Mike Mayock and John Gruden put a lot of trust in him, and it just didn't. It hasn't panned out. I mean, you can see it. You could see it in John Gruden's face on the press conference on Monday, his frustration with what's going on, and basically saying, I'm taking over, and we're making changes because I put enough trust in Paul Guenther, and it obviously was misplaced, so we need to step in and do something about it. And, of course, when it comes out, like, Mike Mayock and John Gruden are not going to say we put all the trust in him, and they're not going to not take credit for it. These are grown men. These are mature grown men. They're going to take credit. Like, look, this is what we made this decision. Even if it was, more influenced by Paul Guenther, we made this decision as a team. Our defense needs to start showing some grit with resolve. Absolutely, positively. Sun Joku got a crash. Great show. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming out. Most definitely, we're getting ready to wrap up here, but I just wanted to take a few more. Ouch. Truth on that Harris over Randall. Gina, yes, you did. What happened? I don't know if you saw it, but the Dodgers, which is my baseball team, shout out to the Dodgers, did win the World Series. Absolutely. Bial enjoyed it. And then Gina also Brooks said tonight. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the love. I'm going to get out of here for the night, but of course we will have a show tomorrow on the Spotlight Sports Network, or excuse me, the Spotlight Raiders Talk channel. So I will be joining Darian for that show. We're doing our weekly preview of the Browns versus the Raiders. So we're going to break down our preview. We're going to give you our predictions and stuff like that, all that good stuff. So make sure you tune in for that tomorrow. We will have that live show coming to you, as well as we will be joining another an actual Browns sports YouTuber on his show on Saturday, talking about, we're doing kind of a crossover edition where we're going to be throwing some stuff back and forth as far as the teams are concerned, because, as we are NFL fans, it is quite a bit to cover, all of the teams. So we don't know everything about all the teams. We know some, but it's really good to have that insight. So make sure, we're going to put that out there for you guys, let you guys know when that is. That's going to be on Saturday. We'll let you know the specific time, but make sure you check that out as well. So again, everybody, I appreciate you so much. If you have not liked and subscribed and shared, please do so. Thank you so much for coming out. Raider Nation forever and ever. And yeah, until further ado, man, until we see each other again, just win, baby. What's up, fantasy champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network. Welcome to the My City, My Game pod show featuring Raider J77, your place for all things Raiders and all things Trailblazers. Brought to you by the Spotlight Sports Network. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications. Now let's go.